Hey guys, it's me, the FanFic Critic. Well, as much as I'd love to be airing episode 120 right now, I don't think you guys would appreciate if I only aired like the first minute or two of it and then just had the episode end like that. So we're going to do another commentary. Oh boy. While the opening's playing, I just have to say, as fun as working on episode 120 has been, I can't wait for it to be done with because it's just been an editing nightmare. Man, this has been the longest episode I have tried to make. And just to let you guys know, normal episodes don't take me that long to make at all. In fact, it doesn't really take me that long. All I have to do is convert the video files, do some editing, and boom, I'm done. Well, depending on the length of the episode, obviously, but you get the idea. Normally it takes me about a day to do an episode. Not even that, maybe like a few hours, depending on how long the episode is. So, yeah, again, I apologize for how long it's taking for episode 120. I can't wait to get working on other episodes, though. Believe me. Okay, then, today's episode that I'm commentating on. Well, I believe it's, ChibiUsa's 7th birthday. Now, before I talk about the fanfic itself, I have to make a comment. What the hell was I thinking with that hairdo? You know what? It looks like a little kid attacked me with scissors. No, even better, it looks like I'm balding on top. Yeah, this is why I shouldn't cut my own hair. This is why I never did cosmetology. Yeah. Okay, moving forward. This fanfic.
ChibiUsa's 7th birthday.
It's just horrendous.
That sounds nice and innocent.
Let's see, how did I come across this fanfic? I think I was reading the comments for Bennett the Sage when he still did fanfic theater, and someone had a list of fanfics that they wanted him to take a look. Well, I don't know if it was fanfics they wanted him to look at, but I think it was a list of fanfics that were disturbing, and that name stuck out to me. I'm like, well, that doesn't sound bad, you know, ChibiUsa's 7th birthday. I mean, it's innocent. It sounds innocent. Oh wait, I'm kind of talking about it here, I guess. Oh well, I'll say it to you guys anyway. So I decided to look it up. One of the first things that popped up, and I opened it and started to read some. Well, I think all I did was just read the beginning part where they're telling you which sex scene is where, and after I read that part, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna review this on my show. And let's just say this fanfic will kind of scar you for life, for those who haven't seen episode 86 or heard of ChibiUsa's 7th birthday. I'm not sure what's more disturbing, ChibiUsa's 7th birthday or Rini's horrible death. I mean, they're both very disgusting fanfics. But I think Rini's horrible death pissed me off more than this. Well, this one pissed me off too. But more in a way where it was I can't believe I just read that type of thing, or where some of the stuff they had happening in the fanfic was just so over the top that you think, okay, that couldn't possibly happen in real life unless you murdered the kid, and I don't know. So yeah, quick reference about Sailor Moon. ChibiUsa is the Japanese name for Rini. Rini's the dub name for ChibiUsa. Just look it up. I think in the comic, the manga, the translated manga, they use some of the Japanese names and some of the American names, but this is based on the Japanese anime or manga. I think it's supposed to be the anime at this point. I'm not sure. All I know is that they're using the Japanese names. I just here how I'm trying not to laugh.
Why is there an apostrophe as for peoples? Why?
Yeah, the grammar was really bad. Oh, and someone pointed out to me that Tuxedo Jaxed, I guess the website didn't actually write this fanfic, but I don't think I said it was Tuxedo Jax himself who wrote it. I think it's just the website that hosts it, but Still, I'm
I'm
wondering if this fanfic was once on fanfiction.net or something, or maybe it's on adultfanfiction.net. Either that or it's just the stinking text file, but either way, the spelling and grammar was still pretty bad. I think there's a lot of mistakes. I don't think I really pointed them out though because I was just so focused on the atrocities of the fanfic itself. Right here, I am pretty much talking about what will show up in this fanfic, and it's like, yeah. Why did I keep on pronouncing her name wrong? It's Haruka. Haruka. I should have mentioned this in the FanFic Critic Fuck Up episode, which was a couple episodes later, but I don't think I did. But I think I'll mention it in the next one. If I don't, guys, yell at me for it and tell me, hey, you even said in a commentary you're going to point it out. Yeah. Double fist and double foot fuck would not be possible unless she had a vagina that's the size of a beach ball. And I highly doubt she does. So anyway, I do not know why I was pronouncing Haruka's name wrong. I mean, it cracks me up because when I was younger, my sister and I, when my sister was really into Sailor Moon, we used to watch it all the time, and we really got into the anime as well, and we knew about the outer scouts like Haruka, Michiru, Sailor Uranus. That's right, guys, Uranus, not Uranus. I'm sorry, Uranus sounds worse than Uranus because Uranus sounds like urine. So, yeah. Sailor Uranus, and Sailor Neptune, and Sailor Saturn. So, yeah, we watched that, so that's why I don't get why I was pronouncing the name wrong. But then again, it has been years, literally years, since I've watched Sailor Moon. And sometimes you have one of those brain farts, you know what I mean? Oh well, could have been worse. I could have called Mako Mako. So now I'm reading the actual fanfic, which starts off innocently enough, and then you get to this part where they reveal what their presents to her is going to be. Keep in mind, people, she is 7 years old, and all of the Sailor Senshi, including Mamoru, want to have sex with her. So, they're all pedophiles. I'm sure this really pissed off a lot of Sailor Moon fans. I think it would. I mean, it pissed me off, and I'm not even a big Sailor Moon fan anymore.
Don't you mean first?
What are they? Oh, forced. I think they had like an O in there instead of an I. Oh yes, this must have been before I did the thing where I would show what the grammar or spelling mistake looked like. I introduced that in the Sonichu episode. And before you guys ask, I probably will be doing a commentary on that eventually, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. I'm going to have fun with that one, let's put it that way.
Rape in it. ChibiUsa's stated, with or hout a word.
I think they meant to say without there. Yeah, I mentioned that, so, just to warn you guys, I'm not really that great at these commentaries. They're not scripted, but I don't think commentaries are supposed to be scripted. One of these days, I'm going to have to do a commentary with someone else. Like, maybe Morgan and I can do one, or Liz and I can do one. Yeah, I think Liz and I, we can do a commentary on Cloud Mows the Lawn. I know she didn't actually play much of a role in that episode, but you guys saw her in the background the entire time. Oh, by the way, Liz is Archangel Assassin. But anyway, we can do a commentary where I'll just have it be that we're talking about our feelings and how she was feeling when I was reading that. I don't get how she could have kept on playing that game after hearing all that. I think she did turn it off eventually at some point, but it's like, wow. And by the way, she was playing Pokemon Black, not Final Fantasy. Although that would have been hilarious if she was playing Final Fantasy on her DS, but I don't know if there is a Final Fantasy game on your DS. Oh, God. Just listening to this again makes me want to... Ugh. I mean, I don't know if this fanfic was like really puke-worthy, but it was still like one of those things where you're like, what the hell was the author thinking when they wrote this fanfic? I mean, what were they thinking? I literally do think this person who wrote this fanfic has serious issues. Because I don't see how you could write something like this. And this part was just disturbing. Just listen.
So is he a virgin too?
Oh, not that part, but this next part, just listen.
This is going to hurt a lot, but in the end we'll both enjoy it. Don't you mean both? No, Mamo-chan. He positioned his rock-hard dick at the entrance of to her pussy. Ready, ChibiUsa-chan? No, Mama-chan. No. He forced his huge dick into his tight, wet, 7-year-old daughter's pussy.
Yeah. Wasn't that charming, people?
Ray got up.
And then this part.
I just love the
I don't know. This part might even be worse. No. I think the part with Makoto is the worst part, and you'll see what I mean for those who haven't seen this episode yet. Ugh.
In her hand was a large dowel with a diameter of about the size of a soda can.
I would say that wouldn't fit, but then again, I got a lot of hell when I tried to claim in Mrs. Lovett's lesson that you can't fit 4 fingers up someone's crotch, but keep in mind, guys, I'm still kind of new at that stuff, so I wouldn't know.
Hakura got up next.
Haruka, you idiot. Haruka. There you go. Good girl, yeah. Idiot. Yeah. I can't believe I kept on calling her Haru, whatever I was calling her. Jesus Christ. Oh well.
As Haruka slapped her little ass again and again. Haruka then turned her around.
I mean, this is just
and got
mean.
out the double dildo.
So they're pretty much torturing her and effing her in this entire thing, and it's like, seriously? I think one of the things that really pisses me off about this fanfic is that it's trying to make it seem like having sex with children is acceptable, and in most cultures, it's not. It really isn't. Yuck. Just disgusting.
I thought it was Haruka who was starting all this. You know what? I don't care. Let's continue.
Yeah, don't bring logic into this story, please. Thank you.
An apostrophe as for gets.
I guess the word gets owns something.
ChibiUsa, do you like my tits?
And then there's this part. This is where the torturing bit kind of ends, and this is where ChibiUsa starts to like what's happening to her, which is very unrealistic.
I know you do because you're always
Yes, we're going to make it seem like it's perfectly fine to have sex with children, because eventually, after you torture them enough, they'll be like, oh, I actually like this. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. In fact, I think she would be numb down in that area by the time they were all done with her seeing, let's see, Mamoru brutally rapes her. Ray shoves a dowel that has the diameter of a soda can up there. Haruka does something, and I think she puts like a vibrator in there. Maybe that's not as bad, but still. And then the thing that Makoto does later, well, we'll see when we get to that part. We're getting there soon. Oh, Jesus Christ, this part was so disgusting.
Minako began rubbing ChibiUsa's pussy. ChibiUsa moaned and kissed Minako passionately.
I mean, geez, maybe if it wasn't like a child involved, this would be... No, even if it wasn't like... Even if this was like 2 adults, I think this would still be... Maybe not this scene itself, but the stuff beforehand. Oh, who am I kidding? It's just disturbing either way. Oh, boy. Who's next on this part? Well, at least I pronounced Michiru's name right. Oh, and in case, the Otakun reviewer is watching this, I'm sorry if I keep on pronouncing your name wrong. You would think I'd be better about pronouncing Japanese names, seeing I used to watch anime when I was younger, and I know about some stuff, but I think I'm still pronouncing it wrong. Is it Otakun? 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 Is that it? Otakun? Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, Otakun. Otakun. Okay, I'll get it right eventually. Yeah.
Machiro
Practice
can
makes
use
perfect,
critical
people.
science to ChibiUsa's hole, causing her pussy.
I'm just gonna keep on talking because I just don't want to listen to what's going on in this fanfic. Every time I pause
Why do
to collect my
Valentine's
thoughts
Party
to say
have
something to you guys
awards?
in this commentary, I hear a part of the fanfic that I do not want to remember.
I don't know. ChibiUsa moaned. Machiro got into a 69
This is still the
position.
stuff with Machiro, I guess, so I guess this part
ChibiUsa
isn't too
stared
bad,
in
but the stuff with
honesty before
Makoto.
pushing in front of her face.
Oh boy, the stuff with Makoto. Ugh.
She licked it, and Machiro moaned. She began licking it more, tasting
Yuck.
the juices and sucking on her pussy's lips.
Oh my god, that's
ChibiUsa
disgusting.
found Machiro's clit.
I really hope you guys aren't
Cautiously
eating
took it
something
between
while
her
you're
mouth.
listening to this
Machiro
commentary
slowly
or
licked
watching
her
this
tongue
episode
and
separate,
her.
because this is not
Machiro
something you
moaned
want to be
loudly
eating
as
food with.
ChibiUsa
Let's
did
put it
this.
that way.
They began
Unless you
licking.
want to see your food all over
Wait,
your
this is
desk
how
or
they
all over
spell
your
licking.
computer and keyboard. Yeah.
L-I-C-K-I-G-N. Switch the N and the G, and it'll be spelled right.
I'm glad I started to show
ChibiUsa
the
writhed under
text
her,
when I was pointing
reaching
out
her
a
mouth
spelling or
and
grammar
licking
mistake.
nipples.
I should have done that sooner, but I don't think back then I knew how to use the screen capture for my computer. I finally found it on my computer when I was doing the Sonichi review, and then after that I figured, hey, I could use this, so yeah. Which I'm glad. I mean, I don't use it all the time. Like, if it's a fanfic that has so many horrendous spelling and grammar mistakes, I just don't even bother. I just do a little bit and that's it, but still, it's like, ugh.
Makoto.
Oh, the part with Makoto! Yay!
Okay, that's not how you spell went. This is how they spelled it. W-H-E-N-T, and you're supposed to spell it like this. W-E-N-T.
Just
So
say,
rid of
get
the
rid of
H.
the H. Oh, jinx.
Makoto went
I
to
owe myself a
ChibiUsa.
Coke.
ChibiUsa, I hope you like pain. ChibiUsa nodded.
Jeez.
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh yeah, convenient. Although you
Good.
had her screaming in agony
Makoto
earlier and it was
ordered
implying
her
that she
to
didn't
spread
like
her
it.
foot wide. She did,
Oh
and
yes, I
Makoto
love
slipped
when
two fingers
authors
inside of her. ChibiUsa
or
moaned.
gee, I don't
One
know,
Mako
stick with
can.
continuity with their
Makoto pushed
stories.
her face with her
Yeah, we're gonna conveniently make it so that
and then
Chibiusa
forth.
suddenly likes pain.
ChibiUsa was writhing on the bed as Makoto put more in her. Makoto
And
tried to
this
push
part
the
of the
center
fanfic
of
is just the
ChibiUsa's
most
pussy.
over the top and
ChibiUsa
unrealistic
screamed
part. I
as
mean,
Makoto
listen what
pushed her
happens
fist
here.
in all the way. Wait, what? Pushed her fist in all the was past her wrist.
Keep in mind, Chibiusa is supposed to be, gee, I don't know, 7 years old. So, I mean, she's a child, so I highly doubt you'd even be able to fit 4 fingers up a, I don't want to say it because it's a child and it's just, let's just say I highly doubt she'd be able to fit 1 fist up there when it comes to it being a child. And at this point, they're trying to say that you can fit both wrists up there. Now, you might be able to do that with a full-grown woman, maybe, but I highly doubt with a 7-year-old child. And then she adds her foot. Seriously?
I know that a baby can.
I mean, it's a child too, so it's not even full-grown. I really don't like talking about this because I don't want to be thinking about, you guys didn't even see my foot there. It was probably a good thing I was wearing a sock and it was probably all covered in dog hair when I still lived at my parents' house. Rest in peace, Cujo. By the way, even though he's been gone for a couple months, we still find traces of his dog hair whenever I come over. It's kind of funny. It's like he's still there in a sense. Okay, but back on the subject of this fanfic, I highly doubt you would be able to fit 2 fists and a foot up a 7-year-old girl's vagina.
Make it hurt even more.
And then there's this.
Makoto pushed her other foot into ChibiUsa.
How the heck would she be able to manage this? I mean, how would she be able to do it without splitting the poor kid in half?
But it expands to probably this big. So to fit
Oh, and I'm sorry, guys, if I gave you a nasty visual when I was describing all this, and I'm sorry if I'm giving you guys a nasty visual now, but it's just like, ugh. I don't think it's possible. At this point, I don't even think with a full-grown human it would be possible. And I might get some people saying, oh, but it is because I tried it myself. If any of you say that, I'm going to say to you to keep that information to yourself, because I do. Because literally, when I first reviewed.
God, I can't believe I just said that. No, I don't.
Oh crap! I should have edited that out.
Forget I said anything. I'm probably gonna.
I think I was. I think I'll add this in the next F up too. I don't think you guys knows that. And hey, maybe you didn't know it's because I was talking over it. Let's just say I said something there that I shouldn't have said. Okay, now I lost my train of thought. What was I saying before that happened? Okay, whatever. We'll just move on with it. And Amy's bit was a little bizarre.
I'm going to push this banana up your asshole.
First of all, where did she get the banana?
And seeing you have a period inside the quotations, you do not need a comma.
I mean, where did she get the banana? Was she just sitting there with it the entire time? Did she pull it out of her? Never mind.
Coming up a long yellow banana.
Yellow.
This is how they spelled yellow. Y-E-E-L-O.
Yeah, again, I'm glad I got the screen capture when it comes to showing spelling and grammar mistakes. Gets kind of annoying after a while when I have to keep on spelling it out to you guys. I mean, even if I didn't figure that out, I should have done what the FanFic Critic did and just have it kind of like subtitle on the bottom. I think I might have done that a couple times, and I think I made a reference to her every time I did it.
Whipping ChibiUsa's ass hard with it. Add the pain of the whip on her.
And I don't picture Amy being the type who would do this type of foreplay in bed. Of course, I don't want to picture any of the Sailor Scouts doing this type of foreplay at all, but seeing this fanfic is kind of forcing me to think about it. I'm just saying I don't think Amy would be the type who would do that.
Oh, poo! Interesting name.
Well, this was an F up on my part because ChibiUsa does call Sailor Pluto poo sometimes, so that was a mess up on my part. I apologize, guys.
Hataru approached ChibiUsa shyly. ChibiUsa-chan? Hataru-chan!
Oh god, this part was, I don't know. The thing about Hataru, she's also a child as well. A little older, but still. But, I don't know, it's just like, ugh.
ChibiUsa rolled onto Hataru. Hataru-chan, she moaned between kisses. Let's rub our pussies together. Okay, Hataru moaned as ChibiUsa kissed her. ChibiUsa positioned her pussy directly over
the visuals I'm getting right now. People, why do you write fanfics like this? Why? 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 Why can't you read these fanfics when it involves adults? Why do you have to do it involving children? It's just even worse when it's children. Ugh. I mean, first you had A Sinner's Life, that Piccolo and Gohan fanfic. I think that was like the first... No, that wasn't the first one I read involving a child. I think the first one I read involving a child was Late by Pretty Muppet, which was that Sweeney Todd fanfic with Sweeney Todd, Mrs. Lovett, and Toby all in a threesome together.
She kissed her best friend on the lips and returned to the other bed. Usagi arose and
Okay, good. We're near the end of this lovely and creative and charming fanfiction. Ha 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 ha. Man. Ugh. This is even the worst part because Usagi is ChibiUsa's mother. Although I guess at least this is better than what happens in Rini's horrible death, because at least in this fanfic, Usagi isn't trying to kill her daughter. I guess she is quote-unquote showing her love, but not the way a mother and a child should be showing each other love, let's put it that way. Yes. ChibiUsa doesn't have any tits, she's 7 years old. Hers are flat, unless she hit puberty at an incredibly young age. Oh, jeez. She wouldn't be able to. Her vagina should be destroyed by this point. There shouldn't be anything left of it. It should be, like, numb. Seeing a good chunk of them... Okay, where am I going? Okay, bye, FanFic Critic. Okay. And I come back. I don't know why I did that. I literally left the room, and then I literally came back like this.
What the fuck? was this?
I don't know, maybe it was a spur of the moment thing. I think I was like pissed, and I think I wanted to kind of, maybe I was thinking of doing the scream effect again, but I don't think I went with it, so I probably should have said something like, oh, the fanfic critic went out and tried to hunt down the author, but had no luck finding the author, so she came back. That's what I should have done. Oh, well.
Doesn't matter. You do not write fanfics like this. You just don't.
I kind of like how I did that.
Especially
You just
involving
did.
children. A 7-year-old girl. Why do people...
I had to hold
turn
back
off
with this,
by
I believe,
this?
because I think my parents were home at the time when I did this.
Some people
Again, I'm
do.
very
Some
glad I
people
don't
get
live with my
turned on by
parents
this. Some
anymore. I
people
can actually
leave
not
the
have to
jacking
hold
off
back
as
when
I
I
speak.
film these episodes.
And for those who are doing that while reading this story,
I really hope that
you
people weren't
seriously
jacking
get
up when they
yourselves
were
neutered.
reading this or something.
Ah,
Did I say neutered? Yeah, bring them all to a
the
vet.
layout
That's
is
not a dog.
better.
I don't care if he jacks
And
off
the
to
grammar
child
could have been better.
pornography. Chop it off. That's what they should do.
Secondly, everyone was out of character.
Okay then.
Made
I
no sense.
sucked on helium much.
All of a sudden be all fine and dandy with all this going on, seeing the first couple of
They were pretty out of character, because I would never picture the sailor Senshi doing this, and I most certainly don't think...
raped her.
Okay, unflattering close-up much?
Raped her.
I'm sure you guys don't miss that.
R-A-P-E.
Jeez, could I get any closer? One of these days, I'm going to get so close to the camera that you're going to see my brain. Like, it'll be like a close-up shot of my eye, you know, just keep on getting closer, and then you'll see, like, it go through, and then you see my brain. Well, that'd be kind of weird. Actually, I don't think you'd see the brain. You'd probably see, like, the back of the eye. I don't know. But, yeah. Anyway, this fanfic was awful. And you can tell I was not pleased by this.
Is a pedophile. Robert Tissu.
And you want to know something? I stick by the statement. I do think the person who wrote this fanfic is a pedophile.
And you guys can yell at me all you
He
want for
encourages
calling him a
people
pedophile, but I'm not
to
calling him a
let
pedophile
minors
because I
read
don't
this.
see
He's a
how anyone could
pedophile.
write fanfic like this.
Yeah.
This fanfic was written with the intention
I'm sure
to
this
either
guy's
A,
real proud of himself for
disturb
writing a
or B,
monstrosity
get you
like
turned
this,
on,
but,
especially the
well,
little
if he
note
wants to
that
be
he
known
leaves.
as a sicko, then
Feel
go
free
right
to
ahead,
read this if
and,
you're
yeah,
a
and then you'll be
minor,
laughing
though.
your ass
People
off when
under
you're in
18
jail
should
for
be
being a
able to have
pedophile,
fun,
yeah.
too.
Let's hope he keeps his stuff to
That
himself,
alone
and the only thing he
proves
does
that
is write
this guy's
fanfics and
a
not
freaking
actually try to do
pedophile.
this to kids.
He should be arrested and
Because
thrown off to
unfortunately,
jail
guys, there's a
and
lot of
thrown in
sickos out there.
and never see the light of day again.
It's scary, actually.
And I
There's a
may be
lot of
coming across as harsh,
creepazoids, a
but I don't
lot of
get how anyone
sickos,
in their right mind could write something
and this
like
guy
this.
is a good example of it. And you know, it wouldn't surprise me if this guy
man,
actually
hush,
does,
hush, looked innocent.
wouldn't surprise
At
me if
least
this
that's what
guy
he was implying
is
that
one.
what
Let's
Mrs.
put it that
Lovett
way.
was doing to Toby was wrong.
And I
It was
normally
implying that
don't
it was wrong. It was showing that it
call
was wrong.
authors
This
names
is
like
acting
this,
like, oh,
but this
sexist is
fanfic
nothing, it's just all
strongly
less than fun.
suggested
Well,
to me
it's
that they were a
not.
pedophile. Because I don't see how else
There's
they
children involved.
could write this. How else
Children.
would?
You
I
do
don't
not
know.
have sex with children.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever read a story that has pissed me off yet disturbed me at the same time like this one.
20 episodes later,
If I could
you'll be
meet
pissed
this
off again.
author in person, I would
That's kind of
probably
funny.
give him a
Reenie's
good
Horrible
punch
Death was
in the
exactly
nose for writing this.
20 episodes
You
after
probably
this
had to
one.
restrain
I didn't
me
mean for it to
from
be like
beating the
that,
shit
but
out
oh
of
well.
this person for writing this. God.
They were both disturbing, but both in
Well,
their
I'm a
own
fanfic critic.
different ways, you know what I
I
mean?
read it, you listen, and remind me to never cut my own bangs again because I look like a dork.
Yes, I do. Once when they grow out, though, they don't look that bad, or at least I don't think so. Okay, guys, thank you for, watching today's interesting commentary, and I'm sorry if my commentaries suck. I'll try to get better at them. Yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Till next time, TTFN.